Doop. What's up, guys? Chris here, along with my buddy
Ian?
and we are back talking Dragon Ball Super. This time, strictly fan theories.
Oh, fan theory, and we have so much of it, so this video won't even touch on it, but it'll all come out at some point.
Yes, our only goal in this video is to try to make some sort of sense and connect some dots here for you guys. The ones that are connected in our heads.
Probably completely wrong, but
Yes.
very, very interesting nonetheless.
Yes. So this is going to be the first video where I'm going to nail this right off the bat. Spoilers. If you don't want spoilers,
Oh, yeah.
if you're not caught up to at least episode 97 on Dragon Ball Super, we are going to reference material from that as well as what we've seen in the TV guides and the title descriptions from episodes 98 through 101.
And that means, go ahead and stop watching, but make sure if you stop watching because of spoilers, you come back.
Yeah.
Or at least give us a like somewhere.
Yeah, check it out later. If we were right, awesome. If we're completely wrong, make sure you let us know down in the comments below.
Yep.
That being said, let us know your fan theories down below as well. Always want to hear from you guys, and if you guys give us awesome ideas, we're happy to play those into our
We will
theories.
definitely feature them. Actually, there's a pretty awesome idea that I want to get into off of this that is fan theory of future episodes. So
Yeah, teasers. So, cool. That being said, this video is going to be Ian and I talking about our most relevant fan theory.
the
to where
ones
we're at.
we want, more or less, is the way I look
Yes.
at it.
Yes, exactly. So, first things first, I'm going to let Ian go first on his. So,
Okay.
tell me where your fan theory takes us.
All right, so my fan theory starts back with the Battle of the Gods. Before any of this series even kicked off, Battle of the Gods spawned this theory for me. By the way, the first time I was ever able to watch DBZ in a theater, which was probably the best. I
That was
dressed up.
so good.
I dressed up as Piccolo when I went, so that's what that's from. But there was talk of Beerus constantly mentioning to Goku, or he mentioned it once during Battle of the Gods that you're not trying to get strong enough to take my place, are you? And Goku's obviously he's not for destruction, so
Yeah.
of course not. I don't want your job. It doesn't even appeal to me. Well, then the series started, and we got to the point where it was mentioned again and again and again. And it's just slowly reaffirming what I want to be true more than anything else in this entire thing. And it's that, and what we'll get into with Frieza a little bit later will kind of maybe back this up a little bit as well. But I think something is going to happen to where Goku is forced to fight Beerus. I think Beerus is either going to get upset with him, fed up with him, or Goku's going to push him just a little bit too far and challenge him to the point where it's an all or nothing at this point. I never really felt like in their battle before the Earth was in danger. But I feel like it's going to get pushed to that point. At that point, Goku, obviously, as we know Goku does, he's going to adapt, he's going to overcome, and he's going to kill him. And then I believe he's going to be forced to become the new god of destruction, whereas he will be required to carry out his roles via either that's just kind of what he wants to do now, maybe it's a whole thing about being a god of destruction, or whether he's forced to by maybe the angels. And he has to be evil. Not evil, he has to be destruction, because we all know life, death, creation, destruction, they're balanced. It's yin and yang. We need it. And it leads to my favorite part of this theory, the reason I want it to happen more than anything in this world. As you guys will slowly learn over this time, I don't like Vegeta. Never liked Vegeta. He's always been that cocky guy in all animes and in all TV shows that he's the likable asshole, and I don't like the likable asshole. But I think he's gonna be forced to put Goku down. I think it's gonna be role reversal. We're gonna see Goku either get drunk with power or be forced into being drunk with power, and Vegeta's gonna have to put him on his ass. That's my biggest fan theory. That's what I hope more than anything.
Very interesting. I like a lot of points of that. At first, when you start talking, I think Goku the Destroyer. That sounds ridiculous. And I've watched from Dragon Ball. You know, I've seen him destroy Bulma's car. I've seen him destroy plates of food.
I've seen him look for
fish.
Bulma's lost balls.
Yeah, that was a thing. So the Destroyer of Worlds, it sounds kind of weird. But then when you say the angels maybe are the ones that have to manipulate that balance and they hold him to the destruction, that could be interesting.
Because the Kais are there to create, whereas the gods of destruction are there for their name, to destroy. And the angels are working for the gods, but are clearly more powerful.
Yeah, because the angels
Why?
are exempt from being erased.
They're exempt from being erased. You saw Whis one hand to the back of Beerus's head and knock him out. I mean, that if that doesn't show power, I don't know what does.
Yeah, nothing really does. The other parts of the theory I really like, unlike Ian, which you guys will learn about me, Vegeta is actually my favorite character. Mainly because I relate to him in the sense that everything that I ever tried growing up, sports, anything athletic, anything like that, I was always told I was not gifted in that field, right? Goku was everyone that I competed against when I was swimming. You're not tall enough to be a swimmer. Or I did gymnastics and football, or like you're too tall, you're too short, you don't weigh enough. Just stuff like this where I was basically beat out by people who
make the cut.
Yeah, so I have to work twice as hard to make the cut. And I feel like that's the boat Vegeta's been in, where he's been told he's the best, and then without trying, Goku's better. And so he's been working twice as hard, and it's been interesting to watch the training of the two, because Vegeta's gone into the hyperbolic time chamber, twice now, when Goku has not? So I would be so stoked if Goku took over as God of Destruction, and then Vegeta had to kill him, because Vegeta, I think, fits the Destroyer role very well.
Very well.
And if he gets rid of Goku, I think that would be an amazing story arc where Vegeta is this. I would love for Vegeta to be a bad guy again.
I would too. I loved Vegeta as a bad guy. He was the good bad guy.
Yes.
He was the bad guy we all wanted.
Yes.
He was what Piccolo was in Dragon Ball.
Yes.
He was what the second he went Majin Vegeta and the battle between him and Goku, nobody can deny that, at least to me. That is by far the most epic battle in all of DBZ history.
That is my favorite fight, hands down.
Hands down.
Especially when Vegeta blows up just innocent people.
It's true.
Just to show how that's a destroyer right there.
Right.
That epitomizes
just because
destroyer.
He can.
Yes.
And I would love to see Goku take on the role of the destroyer. Vegeta either envious or he's about to destroy Earth or whatever the case may be, to the point where, well, maybe see, another part of the theory is maybe Goku becoming the destroyer, he can't have a place to go back home to. Maybe that's what his first thing is supposed to be, is to destroy the Earth. Yes. And so Vegeta's obviously going to stop him. He doesn't show a lot of emotion, but you can clearly see he cares about his family.
Yes.
His Bulma!
Yes, that was dope.
I would, however, like to say that is the first time I have ever heard somebody talk about why they like Vegeta, and I can see why.
That's why
I will give you
props
props for that. I really will.
That's why I've connected with him. That's where I come from. So I guess my biggest question on your theory is where and when do you see Goku and Beerus fighting? What sets Beerus off?
Well, over the past little bit, and I would say right around, it was either right after they fought Universe 10, the Wolf guys, the exhibition match. It was right around that time frame. Beerus literally got serious for a second. He's like, I think I've given you too much reign. He's like, don't, something along the lines of, don't force me to be the god of destruction that you know I'm capable of being. And we've seen him play father figure, and he's used more as a comic relief aspect right now. But I think that switch is going to flip. I think it's going to push him to the point where he's like, look, bitch, this isn't my role anymore.
Yeah.
He's like, you need to start treating me like the god that I am, or suffer the consequences. And we all know Goku. He
True.
doesn't get that. He doesn't understand that stuff. I mean, he's buddy with Zeno-Sama, the dude that can and kill everything.
That's true.
So, and Beerus isn't going to take it. That's what I think. Wholeheartedly. But it could maybe do something with the Angels, which you mentioned in the first video that we did. Do you want to touch on any of that anymore?
A little bit. Now, so my theory, and if you guys checked out our last video, was that the Grand Priest, the Father Angel, Papa Angel,
Whis' dad.
yeah, Whis' dad is going to be our main villain. If I were to predict it, I would say he has been manipulating Zeno-Sama the whole time. I think the reason, because if you think back, they were playing, when it came down to what the consequence is going to be,
Right.
it was him who recommended Erase the Universes. He was the one saying there's already too many of them. So I think he's pulling the strings. That theory is a little bit diluted at the moment. I don't think that happens anytime quite soon. But I do want to touch on a theory that the Ring Out sparked in the last episode.
Before you get to that, I want to say one thing on the Angels there. I kind of disagree with his theory that the Angels are going to be the bad guy unless Zeno-Sama makes them. I believe, unlike his theory with it, that it's not going to be them pulling the strings from behind. It's going to be, you're finally going to see Zeno-Sama get pissed and be like, kill him.
Ooh,
and
or
at
scared.
that point, the Angels are all going to be like, Roger, bam.
Yeah, that would be interesting if Zeno-Sama got scared and felt the tournament was getting out of hand and said, protect me, and then poof, he's gone. Now the Grand Priest can do whatever he wants.
Right.
He can toy with them as
And
much as he wants.
there's a lot that can go into that.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to your...
So, my theory, Frieza is going to be the next main bad guy. Now,
Okay.
the reason this sparks is we saw Frieza and Frost, I believe is the other Frieza's name.
Okay.
We saw them talk. We saw them say, hey, let's work together in one way, shape, or form. That being said, prior to that, we saw Frieza say he wants to manipulate the gods, right? I don't think Frieza can manipulate the gods while in the tournament.
Interesting.
While he's fighting, I think he is I think he is not as strong as he is outside of the ring. Because he is a psychopath. One of the things that I don't think people give Frieza enough credit for is when you compare Frieza from the Resurrection F, the movie, which was really cool again to see in theaters. You compare that Frieza to the dub version, which actually you and I watched just recently, where he shoots up Gohan at least 8 times, just putting holes in him to torture him, and no one can do anything about it. That dude is a savage.
He is.
But he's also very, very smart to be in his cocoon surrounded by furry animals and to learn to focus.
Train.
Yeah.
He's never realized he's had to train anymore.
Yeah.
And now the second he realizes it, he just trains with his mind, and all of a sudden you see Goku flip and he's a little scared. Like,
exactly. So, this is
Not
why
bad.
in the last video I said, I think Frieza is going to be one of the first to get knocked out of the ring. Because as soon as he realizes that once you're knocked out of the ring, you're in the stands, now he's in a position to manipulate gods. If Frieza ends up killing Beerus, then he is the god of destruction, which, next to Vegeta, that is, I think, the perfect fit for the god of destruction.
That could be it.
And if he is a god of destruction, I don't know how powers work, but if he, just like that, inherits the power to erase people...
God power?
God powers?
A god Frieza, I mean, we saw him just in his golden form what he was capable of, and we know it wasn't godlike because the other Z fighters could feel his energy. Now take gold on top of God.
Yep.
Goku's gonna shit himself.
Yeah. And then they have to team up to fight. The other thing that we haven't gotten since...
Go ahead.
Yeah. The one thing that Whis has always told them is if they fight and Goku stops letting his guard down and Vegeta lets go of his pride, and they work together, unstoppable.
Unstoppable.
So, I think that's what it's going to take to beat Frieza.
I think that theory holds some real merit. Whether it's true or not is completely irrelevant.
I could be completely wrong.
I think it holds a lot of really good merit, and a couple things I would like to add to it to kind of give it a little bit more of a backbone.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Is what happened during Resurrection F when Frieza saw Beerus? He asked him his permission to continue.
Yes.
He asked if he was going to interfere. And Beerus is like, why the hell should I care?
Yeah, why would I do that?
What happened when he saw resurrection of the actual resurrection of Frieza with the halo right before they went to the tournament? Don't worry about it, Beerus. Of course I'm going to listen to you.
Right.
Do you see the change in appearance towards the god? Do you think
Absolutely.
Frieza got that much stronger where he's not scared of Beerus anymore?
He might not be scared of him. And also, we do see in one of the titles, the Berserker Unleashed, I believe is what it was, Kale goes crazy in the tournament. If Goku and Vegeta are struggling to maintain Kale, I won't get into that theory right now, but if everyone
yes,
is focused,
it is Kale. People stop saying it's Gohan. You know it's Kale.
It's Kale.
As much as I love Gohan, it's Kale.
If Kale is distracting everybody, everyone is worried about what's going on. I truly believe Frieza starts... I mean, Beerus is distracted. You even mentioned it. Beerus is watching Goku super intently. He's getting a short fuse that Goku's not finishing this person off. I mean, Vegeta could just blast him right then and there.
Mm-hmm.
If that happens, and the other gods and angels are okay with it, they can't do anything about it because they can't fly. They could wring themselves out, but that costs them the universe. That costs them Universe 7 to get knocked out.
Right. That's not a good idea.
I don't think they knock themselves out, but I mean that's a pretty good conflict. Those are our biggest fan theories.
Couple more things I want to add to that though.
Yeah, let's hear it.
One, when they get ringed out, can they fly?
Yes.
They can fly afterwards? Do we know this?
I believe Whis mentions that only the people that are participating actively in the tournament cannot fly.
But they were participants, so maybe that goes into how Frieza gets his upper hand. Maybe he realizes he can fly.
Yeah.
One. Two, the biggest thing that I feel is very pertinent to that theory is the gods are gonna get erased too. They know this. Frieza knows this. Frieza in the stands next to Beerus feeding information of, well, why are you just going to sit on the sidelines and let these people decide the fate of you?
Right. That's
and
a good point.
that could cause chaos. If you were the strongest in your universe and the whole point was based off of strength, whether you're surviving, why would you not get involved?
That's a really good point. I would.
I would have been like, okay, why can't we just be one of the 10?
Yes, and if Frieza causes some sort of chaos where gods are fighting gods, or gods are fighting angels, where gods feel like they have to defend themselves against the angels, that could also put Frieza in a position to, I'm not going to say kill, because I don't know, Zeno-Sama or the Grand Priest.
See, and on that note, I don't think that's impossible. Another one of the ones we've talked about before is I don't think Zeno-Sama is powerful. Or, not powerful. I don't think Zeno-Sama is strong. I don't think the angels are strong. I think they're powerful. I think they're more magical. I think a sneak attack could take out Zeno-Sama. I do not, however, think anybody stands a chance if he's aware.
Yeah, if he's aware, I don't think so.
I mean, we saw what he did in the Black Goku, the whole Zamasu situation. He erased a timeline. Like,
yeah,
you're not messing with that.
Yeah, he's pretty intense. That being said, I think you're totally right. Every time they show Zeno-Sama, I'm sure I say it both ways, so sorry. Every time they show him, he's like this. Oh, wow. He's not looking behind him. He has no clue. He doesn't care about who's in the stands. He doesn't care about the Grand Priest. He is just watching the fights, and he loves it.
Yep, but the biggest problem is he's not just watching the fight. He is also watching the fight because we got to deal with two of them.
Yes.
And that makes it a little bit more scary.
Yes. And the one thing that could throw a wrench into our plans is, I believe, the description of the next episode, where it mentions we do get to see one universe get erased. So, I believe if we see one of the universes get all their fighters ring out and Zeno-Sama wipes them out, that could change quite a few things.
It could change a lot.
Or it could spark this.
It could make the Z Fighters fight together. It could make Goku and Vegeta finally learn to work together. It could make Frieza work with them. Now, do I think that's going to happen? Probably not, but it could.
Yes.
You don't want to die. What are you going to do? You're going to join forces with the people that also are going to make you not die.
Exactly. So, in the end, one of us could be right. Neither of us could be right. Which is the more likely?
Probably both wrong.
We're probably both way wrong. Let us know what you guys think. Let us know your theories down below. There's so much out there that we can touch on.
There's so much out there. Make sure you drop some information, because if you could add to these theories, I would love to give a shout out to the people. It's amazing to come up with ideas, and who knows, you could be right.
Yeah, we started talking, and
we've gotten a couple things so far.
We mentioned Dragon Ball Super in passing, ended up talking for an hour and a half. So
yeah, do
the same. Let us know. We'll bring you on here. We want to hear from everyone that we can.
I think it was you that said it was going to be Frieza in the tournament, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're not smart, but we can occasionally be wrong. A broken clock is right twice a day, so
it's true. It happens. So that being said, just a couple other teasers. I think we need to do a video on, well, not only Kale and Broly comparison, but I also have another theory that Kale is disqualified from the tournament.
Ooh, yeah.
Because Kale kills somebody.
Ooh, yeah.
That's going to be a prediction of mine.
And I think I can build a lot on that one as well, if you don't already hit on it.
Another thought I had was that there is now a theory out that Goku gets a new transformation. In it, he looks like he did when he was beat down by Boo and then summons the Crazy Spirit Bomb later. That ties into the rule of if they are knocked out, not out of the ring, but unconscious, they are still able to fight. As we know, Saiyans get stronger as every time they're defeated. Mm-hmm. So that could be a thing.
But it shows it's a promotional picture in Japan, and it's a legit promotional picture, and it shows Goku from the back. His hair is black, but it's Super Saiyan black. It's not this setup. It's
Super Saiyan style.
This setup with, I mean, you know Goku's style. So you might see some craziness. I mean, we all know Goku always has something up his sleeve, whether it's Super Saiyan for Frieza, whether it's Gohan for Cell, whether it's Super Saiyan 3, or Super Saiyan God with Kaioken on top of it. He always pulls a trick out. So don't discount a trick for this tournament.
Absolutely. So yeah, again, leave a like, comment, subscribe to stay up to date with all of our fan theories. Give us some of your own, and we will catch you guys next time.
And don't forget to never stop trying to go Super Saiyan.